With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Well, how's that for an early storyline? Some people are asking the ushers where their seat is, and boom, we've got a score on the board, a fumble return on the opening kickoff.
And this is where all the tailgating groups are looking at each other saying, maybe we need to get to the stadium just a little bit earlier next time.
But man, those bratwursts, they're good, Charles, they're good. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
On one, right? 11 mighty.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Ravens at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Here we
The
go.
last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
11.
Ball again on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's opening drive, 3rd down, they go with the slant, it works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well. And they're using him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
11.
Back to the ground with Hall. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And He can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words...
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Darius Slayton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens march right down the field on the opening drive to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Second down throw coming by Willis. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third down, it's Willis. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 4th down, Willis. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Darren Waller, 46 yards. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Finding room at midfield. Inside the 10. Loose inside the 30. And in for the Ravens touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Drop 60, drop 60.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. He completes it to Julio Jones.
On the set. Come 19. Come 19. Come 19.
Willis looking to throw on 1st down. This to Hines on the drop-off. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. third.
Right, it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Play fake. Here's Willis. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
On one, ready?
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Willis will look to throw it. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. In motion right is Jones. On 3rd down, it's Willis. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go now. 18-11. 50-11. Panther 11. Left wing 19.
Willis, fourth down here. Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. I appreciate the aggressiveness, trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Fant. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
11 MP.
And Burrow going to throw again. Going right back to Fant. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. They go play action with Burrow. Out to the right here to Shepard. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run with ball. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Burrow will throw. He gets it underneath to Hall. Touchdown! Breece Hall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On 2nd and 12, Willis. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. From the gun, here's Willis. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at the 43. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Yes, sir. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 48 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a handoff to Chandler. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Willis looking to throw it. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. First and 10, Willis. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Play action. Here's Willis. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They go play action with Willis. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. His first carry, and not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Off the play fake, here's Willis. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down.
Ready?
They'll try to run with Hines. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Willis to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run. Dillon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A.J. Dillon. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burrow able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
11 MT, 11 Thomas.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 2nd catch for him today, and they'll wind up a 1st down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
11 Thomas. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here we go, here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
11, Thomas.
Now Burrow. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Here we go.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Option play, here's Hall. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. They'll look to run with Hall. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Try to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple.
Down the numbers. There he goes. The 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ty Chandler taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Fighting through pressure.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Burrow. That's complete to Slayton. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. Now Burrow. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here we go. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Burrow going to keep it himself. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it here with Hall. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And the kick is good. The young rookie coming through like a 10-year vet. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Ravens, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers,